Damn. I just walked in here literally 10 seconds ago. I got a speech, man. I've never written a speech in my life, and yesterday I said I should write a speech.
This is Shaboozey. He is a country music and rap artist. And this is his Grammy award winning speech. And everything was going well until he said something that was very disrespectful and ignorant to the black community. And I'm not a blacky black, pro black. Racism still exists all over the US. Individually, yes. As a whole, no. But I got to say something about what he said, and we're going to continue. I'm Terrence Manning. This is my Thoughts Uncut. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's continue.
I said, Dear God, I just want to say thank you. Nothing is possible without you. Your love and will preserves me through it all. I want to also thank my mother, who as of today has retired from her job after 30 years. Working in the medical field as a registered nurse in the psych ward. She worked 3 to 4 jobs just to provide for me and my four siblings as an immigrant in this country. Thank you, Mom. Sorry, I know I don't got too much time. I'm gonna read this whole speech though. I also want to thank Jared Carter, Abbas Patti, Tina Davis, Ghazi, Nima, Nate Stevenson, and the entire Empire team for believing in me. Thank you so much, brother. And everybody else, Sean Cook, Devin Sastry, Josh Klein, and TKG, my lawyer, Bob Celeste, and everybody that's a part of this, Harvey Mason, thank you so much. I have the greatest team in the world. Thank you so much. And again, the last thing I want to say, immigrants built this country, literally.
You going to talk about it? We're going to talk about what he said?
And again, the last thing I want to say, immigrants built this country.
Immigrants built the United States of America. The amount of our ancestors rolling in the grave that were slaves, if they heard him say that immigrants built this country, slaves built the United States of America. That's just facts, that's history. For him to have the audacity and disrespect to say immigrants did it, I'm not sure who gave him this speech, if he wrote the speech himself, whatever the case. But I'll be damned if you allow someone to lie and say that immigrants built the United States of America. Immigrants came after slaves built the United States of America to be the economic global power that it is till this day still. Was it a dark time in the US? Absolutely. Do we ignore that slavery exists? Absolutely not. You don't ignore that. Do we play the victim game and say, oh, I can't accomplish anything in the world nowadays in the United States of America because of slavery? No, no. 2, 3, 4 things can be true all at one time. But I definitely know that you cannot ignore the fact that slaves built the United States of America. Not immigrants, black people, Africans that were taken, well, not taken, but traded, because that's what really happened. Africans were trading and enslaving Africans over in Africa, and it was the slave Atlantic trade. Everybody participated. But I'll be damned if you tell me that our ancestors who were slaves were the ones who did not build this country. Yes, they did. It wasn't immigrants. Slaves aren't immigrants. So I don't know if he's going to come out with an apology and say he misspoke, but he said it more than once. And I'm pretty sure he knows the difference between an immigrant and a slave. An immigrant can freely move and come into a country legally. A slave was forcefully placed wherever country or wherever they were living. The black people who participated in the Civil War to abolish slavery would be turning in their graves if they heard something like this. I'm not sure what the hell's going on in Hollywood with all this crazy woke ice. This whole country should be an open melting pot of everyone, open borders crap. But to downplay, or not even downplay, just to totally not give the credit where credit is due when it comes to slaves building this country, it's an abomination. He should be extremely disappointed in himself. He needs to do a tour of apologies. He needs to go on any and every podcast, wherever he needs to go, make a statement, but it can't be an apology half-ass. He actually needs to mean it, unless he just truly thinks immigrants built this country. Because that, and ooh, black people are upset, rightfully so, because how do you ignore your history when how do you just totally say immigrants were the ones that what what does he think this country started? He thinks it's what, the last few decades, and what is mainstream media really warping the minds of the younger generation like that? For him to think that slaves weren't the ones that built it many hundreds of years ago, what, centuries ago? I don't understand. I don't know who wrote that for him. And if he wrote it, I don't know if he didn't. Someone had to look at the speech and say, "Hey, man, you shouldn't put that. That's inaccurate. Don't put that in there." If this man just wrote that speech and didn't share with anyone, that's he. I don't know which one's worse: that he doesn't know the history of this country, or someone actually wrote that for him and he just read it. This this goes to show that these celebrities don't know shit. They don't know anything. They don't stand for anything. They just follow the movement of whatever the woke agenda is. And this whole agenda to try to get illegal immigrants to all of a sudden be the victims here when they're not victims. You and all the lefties and Democratic Party trying to compare illegal immigrants to slaves is entirely disrespectful. Illegal immigrants are freely trying to come into this country on their own by illegal means. Slaves were not given a damn choice. And this is just absurd. I don't I don't get it. Black people, we need to stand up and stop this. We need to fight this. All if you're a content creator and you see this, you need to say something. Social media, TikTok, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, YouTube, you make some videos and tell this man this is not a good look for us as a whole, because he's making us look bad, very bad.
Literally, actually, so this is for them, for all children of immigrants. This is also for those who came to this country in search of better opportunity to be a part of a nation that promised freedom for all and equal opportunity.
He's reading what immigrants are coming to this country, whether they're trying to do it legally or illegally, for a better life. We all know that. Equal opportunity. So I'm not understanding why he would say what he said, because slaves, they didn't have that choice. Not
In search of better opportunity to be a part of a nation that promised freedom for all and equal opportunity to.
And this is what I don't get either. They all say that America's so bad and it's so racist and it's not, it's just racist president. Everything is racist and bad and horrible. But yet, why do you want all these illegals to come in? Why do you want everyone to come in? If this place is so horrible, why are you advocating for people to come in illegally or legally? Why? If it's that horrible of a country, Why are you advocating left and right all day? And I don't mean left as in the Democratic side or right as in conservative. I mean just literally that's all they try to do is advocate for them to come in. But yet you claim that this country is stolen land. You claim that immigrants built this country, and you claim this country is so horrible. And this country is that's fascism and all this other stupid crap. Why do you want all these people to come in? If I think something is horrible, I'm not going to solicit and advocate and market for people to go to that place. I'm going to do the opposite. Make it make sense. This is a bad look on him to downplay that this country, not downplay, just flat out ignore and be totally inaccurate and wrong that this country wasn't built on the backs of slaves. It's unexcusable. He needs to have some kind of form of apology, even if he don't mean it. He needs to say something. I, I don't understand. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm Terrence Manning. This is my thoughts uncut. Peace.